team's a threat, and you looking stressed about it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sir Mike here to bring y'all another Wi-Fi battle against Pr1d3xDMNHx. His Twitch will be linked in the description. As you see, I got the ORAS squad coming back. That's the Charizard Y, the two special defensive tanks, the one defensive tank in Garchomp, Focus Sash and Fernape, and then the choice Scarfed Jolteon. Here, he has a squad here, a nice little core. I wouldn't say built around the sand, but definitely sand orientated. We are about to have a slugfest in here. So I hope y'all got a glass of water with you, something to drink, maybe a little snacky snack, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all about to see two minds go at it. These are one of these battles here I wish I had live commentary for. One of these things that I wish, you know, you could have heard my and his side of perspectives, because this is truly a good battle. So I decided to lead out with Jolteon just because I knew anything, I could hit any and everything with him. I just wanted to Volt Switch and get some chip damage. He actually goes straight into Tyranitar. I'm going to go ahead and Volt Switch out because there's not much I'm going to do to him. I had Signal Beam on this thing, but I know Tyranitar would have ate it up, and I know that he would have punished me back. So I go out, Volt Switch into the Blue Ranger here, expecting an Earthquake. He actually goes straight for a Fire Punch here, which I'm not too worried about because I know I'm gonna hurt him next turn. But he gets the burn first turn. So I do quite a bit with the Rough Skin and the Rocky Helmet, but I'm quite pissed because now I'm burned. So not only my Garchomp, you know, just taking physical hits, but he's also dishing out damage. But with this burn, it is gonna be a problem. So I set myself to EQ, forgetting that this fucking Celestelia, which I fucking hate, sorry, which I hate, is Steel Flying. So Earthquake does absolutely nothing. I have Fire Fang on this thing, testing it out, but with me burned, it does absolutely jack shit. So he goes for the Leech Seed here. He misses. I see what his game plan is. So I'm actually gonna go into my Sap Sipper, which he forgot Grudra got Sap Sipper because, you know, he runs his hydration, so that's all he's thinking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch, expecting the Leech Seed. Actually, no, this turn, actually, I do not switch. I apologize. I do not switch, actually. I go for another Fire Fang. I want to continue to chip away at this thing. Try to get Charizard Y in the best position as possible. But this mon right here is a problem for me. Gastrodon is definitely a problem for me. So I switch out, and I go into one of my specially defensive tanks. I go into the Pink Ranger here. I know it's going to eat up whatever he wants to do. It was that or Gudra, and then, you know, I'm glad I switched into Sylveon for the Ice Beam, but then he gets hacks. Turn 1, attack 1, whatever you want to call it. Again, salty as fuck, froze as fuck, sitting out. She just stuck. Look at her ribbon stop flowing. So now I'm frozen, but however, this is a good position for me. The reason why is because there's nothing that Gastrodon could do to me, so I get to burn at least one turn of the freeze hacks. Now he sends in Ampharos, which I'm still okay with, unless it's a physical attacker. I'm not thinking it's a physical attacker. Whatever he wants to hit me with, I do not care. So I'm actually going to sit and stay in with Sylveon here. I want to get this freeze off. I do not want to sit here and stay frozen. Sylveon does no good to me frozen. While there's no physical threats, no physical attackers on the field, I need to keep Sylveon out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay out here, burn another turn of freeze, which I see I outspeed Ampharos, which is always nice, by the way. Sylveon is definitely not a speedy mon, but just enough to outspeed Ampharos. He actually goes with the confusion, so now I'm frozen and I'm confused. But the confusion isn't going to bother me too much. Like I said, I'm frozen. So he's actually getting the nice little whittle off here. Also, the Sandstorm does create a problem in case I need to bring in an Fernape. I do not want to lose my sash to this Sandstorm. So Tyranitar is still a big priority on my list, and so is Gastrodon. Like I said, Gastrodon walls a lot of my mons, so I do not want to leave Gastrodon up. And it's funny enough, the only mon that's going to take out Gastrodon is my Charizard, so I have to get Charizard in a position to take that Gastrodon out. He Volt Switches here, and now I'm kind of shaking in my boots here. He brings out Garchomp, and I know it's going to be a problem. Now, Sandstorm goes away, that's fine, but I'm sure this Garchomp isn't going to really care too much for the sand anyway. I do know one thing, is that my Sylveon is not catching an Iron Head or a Poison Jab, so I gotta get up out that jam. Now all those turns of freeze, and I did not thaw out, which is a bunch of baby back bullshit. I switch into Garchomp. He's my physical tank. Now, interesting enough, he's running Mega Chomp here, and I'm hoping, praying he goes for a physical move here. I like to get some nice chip damage off. Sure enough, he goes for the Crunch, which Sylveon resists anyway. So oddly enough, I could have stayed in. I didn't have to, but it didn't hurt me. So puts me in a great position here. He goes for the Crunch. I get the Rocky helmet. I get the rough skin. He outspeeds me here. He goes for the EQ. And that's kind of put me in a bad position here because this is my only defensive tank, and he's taking out my only defensive tank. Wasn't expecting him to outspeed me there. So now I'm bringing in Charizard. I want to be able to scare this Garchomp out. I no longer want him in. So, of course, he gets scared. He runs. It's a smart move on his part. He brings out Tyranitar. Now, knowing the threats that he has, he whips back up the Sandstream. But because I am Charizard Y, this actually is a good switch for me because Sandstorm goes away immediately. Sun is on my side. And I know no matter what I hit, I need to do damage. I didn't want to go for the Fire Blast in the Sun, because if he would have switched out into Gastrodon, it wouldn't have been pretty for me. So I go for the Dragon Pulse. I wanted this Garchomp out of here. I knew nothing else would appreciate a Dragon Pulse. Sure enough, Tyranitar is not liking it. Now at this point, I go for the Solar Beam, just hoping or praying he switched into Gastrodon. Like I said, Gastrodon is a mon I need for it to go out, but I knew Solar Beam was going to hit Tyranitar. So I take him out. I no longer have to worry about the sand, so Infernape is now safe. I like having more mons at my disposal. So Infernape is now a mon usable. Now, I do not need to stay in. He is still weak to electric attacks. So I actually switch in to Yellow Ranger here to eat up this Thunderbolt or maybe a Volt Switch, but he actually confuses Ray. So I'm not too worried about it. Now, there's nothing he can do to me. And I know he's going to change, or he's going to switch. I opt out of the electric move and I opt into a Signal Beam as I figured that'd be my safest play. So I'm just praying to God I don't get hit by the confusion hacks. And I don't. I break through. That's the first time I broke through, which is nice. So Signal Beam hits him and I'm like, all right, time to get up out. I got to get in a situation to where I can cleanly bring in Charizard. I go back into Pink Ranger because now I can burn some of this frozen turns. I need to get thawed out. He goes for a Surf here. Like I said, Sylveon's going to handle that well. And every turn with Sylveon, I'm clicking Wish. I'm clicking Wish on Wake Up. That's what I want to do. I want to get back some of this damage that he's done. Because he's done some damage. So, Gastrodon stays in. He's just whittling away over here at Sylveon. And then he reveals the Recover. Now, in my mind, I'm like a little upset because all the damage I've done at this point just got nullified, but at the same time I'm happy because now I've seen a way in. I know exactly how I can get Charizard in here clean and clean up this Gastrodon. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I stay frozen like my boy. Like, can I get thawed out? Like, what's going on? I've literally been frozen half the match. So I'm sitting here trying to burn off this freeze. I don't think he realizes I have Wish on this thing yet. But I finally thaw out. And I actually just go straight for the Yawn because the damage wasn't too bad. I'm still sitting in green. Click the Yawn. He goes for the Surf here. And I put him in a very bad spot. I know he's going to end up switching out. He doesn't want this Gastrodon to go to sleep. Because Gastrodon comes in. Charizard can take out the broom and gets the push and cleaning up the mess. So this is right here is where I'm not worried about him killing me at all. I know he's going to switch out. So this is where the Wish comes in at. I'm going to get all this damage back. He brings back in his Bulu, bringing up the grassy terrain, which helps me out as well. It's going to give me a little extra healing. So here we go. I go for the Wish. And now I'm thinking that, you know, a Leech Seed is coming my way. But I need to get this Wish off on Sylveon. There's nobody else that I want to catch this Wish. Even if I had Garchomp up, I don't even think I'd switch in Garchomp for the Wish. Just because he was burned. So didn't do much for me. I decided that I'm going to go ahead and let Grudra take this Leech Seed because I did not want him setting up on me. using me as a health pack. So once again, he forgets that this boy gets Sap Sipper. He gets out with the quickness. And I had a couple plays on my end. I'm assault vested. I decided to go for the ice beam because I knew it would hurt many things that came in. But Ampharos is still around. Gastrodon's still around. So he has plenty of switch-ins for my Goodra still. So now we're in this eternal struggle to where I have to make a play. So I'm like, well, Ampharos can't do much to me, so I'm going to continue to chip away. Right now we're playing the chip away battle until I can get Charizard to come in and clean up. He hits me with the cleanest of Thunder Waves. Now, I kind of forgot this during the battle, but earlier when he used Confuse Ray, it only makes sense that he would have Thunder Wave. So right after he hit me with the Thunder Wave, I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, here we go. The Parafusion, he's going for it. I'm paralyzed, now I'm confused. I got 2 sets of hacks to break through, and I need Goodra to come through. White Ranger comes through, smacks him with the Ice Beam. So, as to where I'm not taking much damage, we're both getting slight healing after each turn. He has the grassy terrain and he has leftovers. I'm still chunking away at him, which is nice because I know Charizard Y will outspeed. I just got to make sure he kills with whatever move I use. So he realizes he's not going to do much to me, so he switches out. He brings in Lord Slug here, expecting another Ice Beam. I snap out of the confusion. I break through the paralysis and I smack him with the Ice Beam here, which is going to do a chunk. So now I'm hoping that he doesn't recover, and he doesn't, so he goes for the Ice Beam. I'm going to be able to take this fairly well. Like I said, I'm built and I'm assault vested. I can't get frozen, which is really nice. And because he's taking Life Orb too, which I forgot about initially, I'm like, I can get him in a situation to where he recovers. Now I'm thinking to myself, he's not going to recover just quite yet. There's no way he recovers. That's what I'm thinking. So I switch out Orange Ranger here. I'm like, I can get hit with the Ice Beam. That's not a problem. But he actually recovers. He opened up the door for your boy to come in here, take the broom, and sweep up. Nothing's eating a Solar Beam. Nothing. But he didn't want Gastrodon to eat Solar Beam. So he sends out Ampharos here. Now, because I got chip damage off on this thing, plans work out the way they're supposed to work out. I hit this boy with the nice clean Solar Beam in the sun coming from that Charizard Y. Special attack through the roof. Does damage. I'm going to outspeed. So that means Ampharos is going to go down. I no longer have a super effective threat. At least that stab on his team anymore. But I retreat. The reason why is because I wasn't sure. I played very timid against this man. Very timid. He goes for the Thunder Wave here. And predicted that fairly nicely. Like I said, I played very conservatively. There's so many times that I had where I could have came and cleaned up, and I did not. So I know that I still had to play with Signal Beam here. I knew electric types, I couldn't use an electric type move safely. It wasn't going to do much damage to him anyway, so there's no reason to go for it. Signal Beam just chunking away at the Garchomp. Jolteon's still alive, so that means he can still Wish. So in comes Pink Ranger here. He goes for the Crunch. I'm going to resist, even though it's a physical attack, I can resist that fairly well without an issue. And so this is where I have to put him here in a position. He either stays, I'm not sure what he wants to do. So I'm trying to put him in a position here. So I'm going to protect this turn. He actually withdraws, which I was not expecting. I was expecting him to outspeed and actually take me out. But he must not have had a move for this Sylveon. So he saw Crunch didn't do much, so he went ahead and he just left the field. So I used Protect. Of course it's going to fail because he didn't attack. But that makes me feel good knowing that Sylveon can threaten out that Garchomp without an issue. So now he brings in Bulu. The grassy terrain is back up. He sends out a Leech Seed. And this is one of the things, like, I could have switched, but at the same time, I didn't want to switch. Instead, I wanted to put this motherfucker to sleep. Like I said, I wanted to start applying pressure. I got a lot more confident. I knew Charizard Y. When I made that switch out, I realized that I had messed up. And I was like, I need to get Charizard back in here, and I need for him to do work. So now with the yawn up, yes, he has the leech seed off, but it's not a problem for me because there's a way for me to get rid of that damage. So he switches out Bulu here and brings in Celestelia. He has an elite seed up, which is exactly what he wants for this mon anyway. So I go ahead and I pop off a wish. And now I'm in a situation where I yawned him, I made him switch out, and now I need to make the next play for myself. This is the reason why I have 2 special defensive tanks, because Gudra's actually going to be able to switch in comfortably into whatever steel move he wants to use. Now I'm hoping it's not a physical attack, hoping it's a special attack, because that means I'll eat it up even better. So he gets all his healing. I'm actually gonna protect here to kind of scout out what he's gonna go for, because it's gonna depend on what I do. Because I will sack off a mon if I need to, in order to keep Gudra and Sylveon alive. So I get the wish off here, I get the health back. I see he goes for the flash cannon. This is a perfect opportunity for Gudra to come in, eat that up. It's gonna be delicious. So out goes Pink Ranger, back in comes the White Ranger. He's gonna go for the flash cannon, and now I'm still applying pressure. After the heal, it frustrates a little bit. After eating up this flash cannon, like I just had mama's breakfast on a Saturday morning, sleeping in, no school. Delicious. That flash cannon was delicious. He forgets that I'm Sap Sipper. He goes for the leech seed. I get off a free focus blast, going through the paralysis and getting the hit. Talking about Gudra was coming through this game. Gudra MVP. So White Ranger gets the focus blast. Now there's not much I can honestly do to him, but he actually switches out, goes straight into Tapu Bulu here. Back up comes the grassy surge, grassy terrain. I am Sap Sipper though. I actually go for the Ice Beam here to switch it up. And I wasn't expecting for him to come in. So I'm not going to pretend like I was expecting that. And I also was not expecting the freeze either. I get the freeze hacks here. This puts me in a great position, because now I have another opportunity for the Orange Ranger to come in and do work. I know he's not going to leave this thing in here frozen. So he switches out into Lord Slug. I actually go for the Sludge Wave here. I wanted to knock this thing out. Like I said, I played very, very timid. Watching this back, I had so many opportunities to come in and put the hammer down, but I was playing around too much. And not like playing around with my opponent, but I'm talking about making too many timid plays. So when I realized this mistake the second time, because during the battle, I realized I made this mistake several times. I was like, I need to get him into position to recover. I am going to come in and I am going to clock in a full 8 hours and clean up this mess. Why? Because Charizard Y is the new janitor. You heard me. The boy needs to get his money. The boy needs to grab the mop bucket, grab the broom, and clean all this shit up right now. So he actually recovers a turn too, I wouldn't say a turn too fast, just a turn earlier than I thought he would. He goes straight back up to full HP. I was expecting him to recover a lot later than that. I am at the point to where I will take him down widow by widow until he recovers. That means if Gudra goes down, Gudra goes down. I do not care. But if he wants to play this match, we can play this match. Why? Because it puts me in a better position at the end of the day. I need to be able to switch in on his recover. I think I finally caught it at this point in time. So I actually switched it up, go for the Muddy Water, and my dumbass forgets he had Storm Drain. I was thinking he had, I know Gudra gets a sand ability. That's what I was thinking it was because of the Tyranitar and how well sand works on his team. However, he had Storm Drain. So, ended up pretty shitty on that one. Because of that, I boosted special attack, and Ice Beam is doing a little bit more now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So there goes the Life Orb. I'm going to hit him with this Focus Blast here. And because of his last turn where he recovered pretty early, I know he's recovering this next turn. He has to be recovering this next turn. And he does exactly what I thought he was going to do, but I didn't pull the trigger again. It was still just too early. I felt like, he would just wait off one more turn. But no. I figured it out now. I know what I have to do. He's feeling good. He knows he's whittling me down. So as long as he keeps his health above mine and I'm in a low dangerous state, he will not recover. He gets the hacks here, which I'm actually okay with. I just need one more hit. If I switch in one mine and get one more hit, that's fine. I wanted to put something out that would not threaten him. He gets the hit on the surf. Doesn't do much. The life orb does enough though. And then I actually come through with the focus blast. And now I can for sure, without a hesitation in my bones, switch in Charizard Y and go to work. And that's what you about to see right here, bruh. Cue the music.
Rob told me, get him, I gotta get him again. Why not try in the first place? No second or third base, ready for a check. Being broke is a worst fate. I said ready for a check. I was born on a Thursday, knocking all opponents down. I put them in a bad mood. Have a hater feeling sour like a bowl of rat soup. I am that dude. You don't want no bad news. You would think I had a cold the way I'm getting at you. I was an introvert, but now I'm making feelings hurt. Random knows I hit it first. She kinda cute with makeup on, so yeah, I feel the thirst. You really got a problem, I implore you, do your worst. I make her innards burst until she can't move. I'm in her mouth, cat food. The only thing fire than me is an owl. That's slave in the summertime, trying to get that cool whip. I'm allergic to pollen, girl, still wanna give me tulips. I'm allergic to almonds, girl, still wanna get these nuts. I'm allergic to dairy, still gotta get my cheese up. One uppercut will have you looking up like you proud of me. One uppercut will have you looking up like astronomy. In my world is be a victim or create another one. Chose to not get bullied, instead I became another one. Everybody in my past was super foul and won. Now they say I'm dangerous cause I'm hotter than a Samsung. And I'm gonna still wanna hate. Grow up, you know where to find me. Show up, you wish you had the glow. Provoke me, it's lights out instantly. Post haste, ambulance be running over here like Postmates. Get him, I gotta get him again. So I went on the win streak, gotta win him again. When I shook Pharrell's hand, I told him he'd see me again. Cause I know he ain't got a problem with seeing me win. He ain't a hater like you. Okay. I said he ain't a hater like you. Okay. Why don't you do your thing and let me do great? Going hard for 9 months like I have a due date. Cause you know I gotta get him.
Hold up, beat down. Let me get him. I got baddies all around me. Benny Higgins, man, I'm trying to get the money up. Penny pinching, but I blew it on a bottle that got plenty Henny in it. Kinda ignorant, I ain't even finished it. Pass it to some thoughts, now they like me. Synonyms, numbers on my arm, can't remember which is which again.
And that is gonna do it. Your boy came through doing work. If you want to know what that song is, go ahead, make sure you check it out on Spotify. I'm gonna try to leave a download link somewhere if I can find one, but it's that boy, Show Food to Beat Down, hair on the top of his head, only wiggly tough. Get on the mixtape, he just dropped it a few days ago. The shit is fire. Make sure you check it out. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me today. I'll see y'all in the next one. Until next time, out of here.
Talking about them Timberlands, get him, he got him, now you gon' get him again. I treat your girl like Gabby Douglas, how she's splitting them legs. She got the judges table too and they were giving me 10. She said that I'm the one, I told her you ain't Trinity chick. I'm heartless, I ain't just a rapper, I'm a barsmith. Blue on my mind, now my head